Hey everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. We are finally moving along with our sunroom. And since the weather is getting a little warmer, we needed to replace the light fixture that we had in there. It used to be a fan, but it didn't really work very well. So we installed a brand new fan, and the Latino engineer is going to show you guys how easy it is in case you guys have ever thought about replacing a fan, adding a fan, or just curious to see how it works. Also, we're going to share a little bit about this fan. It is a beautiful fan. It gives that perfect coastal farmhouse look, but there's some really cool things about it that you might be interested in. And if you can see here, oh, let's see. This is the beautiful fan we're going to be putting in. I'll give you guys a little bit more details about it in just a few minutes. But I just wanted you to see how beautiful and coastal farmhouse it is. I'm so excited for it to go up. Now for this video, we did partner with Hunter and they supplied this beautiful fan. I'll make sure to list in the description box the one that we received, as well as a link to their website so you can check out all of their models. And this is what our current lighting situation looks like. It is so sad. We had removed the blades so that we can paint this entire room over. As you can see, everything's nice, bright, and white. However, the fan still has no blades, and it's old, outdated, and not our style. So, we will be replacing it with this beauty right here.
So the first thing you want to do is grab the instructions and throw them away. I was actually just kidding. So it doesn't matter how many times you've done something. If it comes with instructions, you always want to read it. That way you can just see that you install it per the manufacturer's recommendation.
So first thing I wanted to share with you guys is the light bulb for this fan. Look how cool that is. It is an LED bulb, and I have never seen anything like that. That's actually pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no, the new technology is more energy efficient and they last longer. So as opposed to, we have a bunch of fluorescent lights up there that'll burn out, and
usually never at the same time. Usually you
right,
have one.
Different ones, and they're not as bright and they don't give off as much light.
So I can't wait to turn this baby on to see what it looks like. So the first thing we needed to do was remove the light bulbs and the little glass domes.
So if you ever see one of these little screwdrivers, this is why they're important. So you can get into those little tight spaces. So when you're installing a ceiling fan, they come with this little bracket that mounts to the ceiling or to the box, and the actual ceiling fan hangs from this little ball joint. And it's got a little cutout here so you can slide it in, pop it in, and then the fan rests in there. So that's what this is up here. So you basically pop it out and then you can take it off. But before you do all that, you gotta, unscrew all the wires, cap them off, and then you can pull it out. You have your black, your white, and your green or bare copper. Black is your power, white your neutral, bare or green is your ground. So whenever you take these apart, obviously make sure the power's turned off. They're hooked together with a little wire nut. You unscrew the wires. You need a smaller one, and you cap it back off. So I'm gonna get a little bit smaller wire nut to cap it off. That way, bare wire is not just hanging out there. While your wires are unhooked, capped off, and boom.
So next he just unscrews the bracket that's already existing up on the ceiling and then replacing it with the one that came with the new fan.
Actually, I fed the cable through these, and the little extension is threaded, and you thread that into the base of the fan. And then try not to over tighten it. If you want to zoom in, there's also a screw that once you tightened it as far as you can, then you screw this down onto the threads to lock it in place.
After that's done, you simply cut the wires to the desired length. You insert the little ball in that bracket up on the ceiling to hang it. That way you can go ahead and start wiring.
So remember, The bare wire is the ground, and you hook that up to the fixture that's green and yellow. So some fixtures will just be solid green, or they'll just have a bare stranded copper wire. And you hook up your white to your white, which is your neutral, and then you'll do your black to the black, which is your power. The blue, this is in the event that you had two switches to where you can operate the fan and the light on two different sources. This one only has one, which is usually the most common thing unless you have a newer house where they ran extra wire. So for right now we just capped it off. Maybe in the future the Latina engineer will add an extra wire. And you're done. Tuck all the wires back up in the little box and push the little cover in and you're good to go.
So then after the base is completely installed, it's time to put the fan blades together. Both sides of these fan blades are beautiful. One had a grayer tone and the other one had a more warmer one, and I actually went with the warmer tone for this time. Next, it was time to install the fan blades. After the fan blades were installed, it was time to put up the light portion. Attaching the light was pretty simple, and then you just connect the wires that you see, tuck it back in, and add the white cap on top of it. And remember, before you add the glass portion to it, make sure to test that the light actually works. Okay, so the fan that we received came with a light switch that you can actually install right in the wall and replace the switch that you currently have. However, our lighting here is a three-way switch setup, and this is only set up to be a one-way switch. So it actually works better for us to use the remote instead. But if you do have a single switch, this actually is a great option for you to go ahead and have in your wall. Also, this is a great accessory because let's say the switch is kind of far away, you have this in a bedroom, you can easily have this by your side on a nightstand or close by you on like a end table. So all you gotta do is reach over and change the settings on your fan. So this is great to have as well. And if you're curious, the remote actually comes in a little package like this, and it is a universal remote that you can either use with a Hunter fan, but it also comes with an attachment for any other kind of fan that you may have.
So I believe this is some sort of a communication with the actual remote. If you don't have the particular series of Hunter fan that automatically connects to the actual remote. So maybe if you don't have a Hunter fan and you still like the remote, you can buy this and put this with it, and then you can still control your fan with the remote control. Alright. To pair the remote with the fan, this is take two by the way, because on the first take I forgot to put the batteries in. So make sure you look for the battery, put the battery in the remote first. But anyways, so you leave the power off from the fan for at least a minute, and then you turn the power on. And on the controller, you have a 1, 2, 3, and a 0. So once you turn the power back on, you hold down the 0 and the 3 for at least 4 seconds. And then you're good to go. And then you have the 1 for the fan speed, and then you have your on and off for actually turning the light on and off. You know, I will say this though, this fan, usually you see the smaller, builder grade fans, but I guess since the blades are so big and there's 6 of them, when you get this thing going, it moves a ton of air.
I know, even on the low setting.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe I've always had cheap fans my whole life.
And she's so quiet too.
I know. Look, if you install the fan properly like the Latino engineer, your fan will not shake.
I absolutely love this fan, and I would like to thank Hunter for partnering with us on this video and allowing us to share with you how to install them in your home. So one thing we notice about this fan versus all of our previous fans is that even when it's going this fast right here, the minute you turn it off, the fan blades stop so much quicker than like all the other fans we've ever had. Look how quick that is. That's it. Pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think of this fan. I am blown away by how beautiful it is, and I love having a remote controlled fan. It adds so much character to the space, but we're not done yet. So make sure you subscribe so that you can stick around and see what else we have in store for this space. And if you love videos like this, I'll go ahead and also list the playlist to my Fixer Upper series. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios.